Hi folks, acrylic for this one. It's going to be a quickie. It's quite large, it's 18 inches by 20. I don't think I've got a frame for it. It probably won't be worth a frame. But I just wanted to do a simple meadowy type view, possibly a rapeseed field. I've got, I haven't put the red out. I've got some cadmium yellow, deep yellow, a cadmium yellow, which is a real cheapo one, some cadmium red, ultramarine and some black. That's all, and a dab of white. I like making my greens from black and yellow, but the yellow I'm using is a real cheapo one. I paid £1 for the tube, I think. I wouldn't even say the student quality, but we'll have a go. Couple of things. I had a comment from Lisa on YouTube this morning. Could I demonstrate a professionally done picture? Well, what you see is what you get. I've sold a lot of my paintings over the years, so to that extent I'm professional, but I've never really earned my living from it, apart from 1 year in 1999. I do all my stuff for YouTube and Patreon, of course. So the answer to that, as a professional picture, the answer is no. No. I might take a bit more trouble on Patreon paintings, but I don't really. They're what they are. They are what they are. The other one was the difference between light red in watercolour, light red and Indian red or Venetian red. Well, I'm only really experienced with the Cotman range of watercolours, and as far as I can see, there's very little difference. I think Venetian red was developed to imitate the roof tiles in Venice. I've never found it very satisfactory for that. So really, you pay your money, you take your choice. The light red I use, the Cotsman, is very saturated, even for student quality. So it's a terrific colour. I don't know how fast it is. The other question was about burnt sienna and Ron Ranson. Now, burnt sienna in Cotsman or Winsor & Newton and oil as well, is very different from the De La Rowney version. De La Rowney is much lighter in tone. I don't particularly like it, but the Cotman is like a very deep, rich, reddy brown, and it's beautiful. I think it's one of the best colours I use. So to that extent, as I say, you pay your money, you take your choice. Try whatever you want, and if you like it, then stay with it. But what I would advise against is having too many colours in one place at one time. If I add something like Prussian blue, I'll use a different palette, a different plastic tray, because it will muck up my main palette where I've got all my about tubes of paint all squeezed out all around the place, and I only use 5 or 6 of those colours anyway in any one painting. The more colours you have, the more confused you'll be if you're not experienced. Anyway, enough of that. I'm going to use big brushes. I've got a couple of these brushes. I can show you my palette, but I can't really show it to you and paint from it at the same time. So there's my palette. I've just got this melamine. It was a vertical in one of our kitchen units. It was spare. I just tape a bit of greaseproof paper to it, put my paints on that, I've got a nice big palette, nice big working area, a pot of water to the right hand side, and away we go. So there we are. Right, oh, what's happened? Right, okay, so I've tinted this. There's a painting under this, quite a nice one actually, but not nice enough. I've coated it with some burnt umber, give it a sort of a deepish neutral colour. You can see my old signature sticking out there. Plenty of medium for this because covering a large area. PVA glue in my pot, which is slightly diluted, so it's not too thin. You don't want it too thin. It makes a great varnish and a great medium. So we'll let's go in with some trees. I'll use this inch brush, a lump of yellow and a bit of black. A load of black, a bit of red. And this won't show for a while. Because it's too close in tone to the umber, but okay, that'll do. That's a start. That just show me where we're going with that. But I like a bit of red in. Well, not that red. In my greens. And we'll put in a bit of yellow now. Clean the brush. I'll leave it in soak. I've got lots of these brushes. Well, I did have. If you think I can find them. You're a better man than me. Come on, where have I gone? No. So, oh, here's one. Oh no, it's not. Oh, that's 4 or 5 there. Missing, believe, stolen. No, I'm not using my good brushes on this. I can't see them. Oh, well, we'll have to make do, won't we? Right, let's go in with the sky. Quite a bright sky, so plenty of white, a bit of ultra, a bit of medium, paint down to those trees. Nice jolly ultramarine and white. We're going to paint into those trees just to give the shape. Oh, that's a nice bit of still a bit wet down there. I thought I'd put some yellow ochre down there, but I haven't. Sorry about silence. Right, let's get a bit of yellow in there for rapeseed. Make it a little bit darker than that. I can put some greens in here as well for the stalky bits. It's going to be semi-abstract, I think. Just go for it. You know, the lovely rape seeds you see, well, I'm thinking about around Sussex, where we'll be going later on, down towards Eastbourne. Loads of rape. I don't know about this time of year though, probably in July. Okay, a bit more intense. That is an artist quality, this yellow. Okay, got a bit of that green in there now. Sort of green, it's the black and the yellow. Do it better with. Got nothing wrong with greens. You can use Viridian, good one, sap green, hooker's green. Modify with a bit of red and yellow, of course. Just mixing the two yellows together. Oilseed rape. I think when I mentioned rapeseed oil in the title on YouTube, which I won't, I think it got flagged as being not suitable for most advertisers, probably because of rape in the title. So, oilseed, we'll call it. Catching a little bit of sun there. Rapeseed yellow, so there we've got some yellow. We might even put some poppies in there. Right, we'll put a bit of mauve in there. A bit more red. Just so I can put some tears in, tears, T-A-R-E-S, biblical tears. Right, go back with some sky. I'm going to dry that. Breathing's not very good today, lads and lasses. Right, headphones off, mute your sound or advance. So, I was watching an old recording, probably 2 years old. We swapped rooms, summer and winter, and I bought a couple of fairly inexpensive hard drive recorders off eBay some years ago. They've both been brilliant. One is still going, one starts to play up. So we never know what's on it when we change the rooms around a bit. Saved me just unhooking one and taking it into the other room. It all gets a little bit electronically challenging for some of my age. And it was bought on a lad, a 19-year-old now, called Kieran McIntosh. oh, something like that. I can't remember. Kieran McIntosh. Well, he's a Norfolk lad. So obviously influenced by Seago, our great landscape painter of the 20th century. And he started painting at the age of 3. I think most kids do. But he has this ability. They call him the new Monet. But he's a millionaire now. The most expensive paid for one of his paintings, up to 2 years ago when the documentary was made, or that's the second or third documentary on him, was 55,000. He's mentored by David Curtis, who's a very, very brilliant impressionist painter, British impressionist painter. I met him a couple of years ago at the Art in Action fair near Oxford. He was in a big marquee with all the other painters and demonstrators, and painting what was outside the main entrance of the marquee. Absolutely fabulous painter. So I don't know if it's on the BBC iPlayer. It's probably in the archives now, but you can have a look for him. Kieran, I'll check that out. I can't remember offhand. But superb painting, all the stuff that Seago painted, and you can see the influence. But my word, for his age, he's painting incredible. They're doing portraits, all sorts, horses, cows. Wonderful. Right, okay, enough of me. Let's go back into this painting. I'll waffle on. I'm a waffler. Just fill those gaps. I don't want this to look anywhere near finished. I just want it to be an impression. Oh, this brush is just losing all its hair. And you haven't shouted out that I haven't got my pinny on. If I get on my knees. Right, let's get some grey in there now. White, blue, red. Nothing very black in there. So I'll get some lights behind those trees. Just clean all the yellow out of that brush here. 3 times I've got my 4-gang socket underneath where I'm taking my water. I'll use the small one. Cloth. Right, let's get some of this nice colour there. More red. I'm only doing this because I won't be painting for another 3 or 4 days, so I'll just get ahead. Let's get that light on the horizon there. Right, let's get some of that grey cloud. Right, get some more cloud in, light cloud, just those yellows and the red. Well, that look like not too bad. I try not to, when you're doing your clouds, try not to get them to mimic the shapes of your trees. You want them different. You don't want to paint trees in the sky. A bit more red down there. Right, let's go back with some of that green now. Got a nice silhouette. So yellows and a bit of black. Now I've gone too far over. I don't want that in the centre, so we'll have to change that. I'll bring that sky into them and I'll dry that off in a second or two. Put a little bit of yellow on there. I've got a Facebook channel or page called British Impressionist. It's not exclusively for British painters of mixed ability, but a super channel. There's some great painters on there. You can post your work. It's got to really be impressionist. People do put on some very good quality stuff, which is definitely not impressionist. Let's just make in some variety there. Getting a nice bit of. Whoops! That was supposed to be yellow. But it's a really good page. Have a look at it if you're on Facebook and join in. We've also got Ron Ransome Disciples, big brush watercolour, where most of us wield the hake. Not everybody, but they should really, because that's what it is about. Those, not copying Ron Ransome, but following his basic colours and his large and medium hakes. And lovely painter. Well, a lovely innovator, would be a better way to describe him. Right, now I want to take that out there. So let's just get me those nice primaries, and we'll just move that centre over. So I'll get that going over that horizon there. Might put a bit of blue in there. Right, I'll just let that dry off a bit and just put in a bit of slurry stuff in here. Hope you're enjoying this. Just white, yellow and a touch of cad red. I'll just put a lot of colours in. We're not after realism, we're after impressions. Right, nearly there. We've moved it over enough, I think. This is all easy to do in acrylic. Right, I like that colour, that darker mauvey colour, so let's get some of that back in there. I think we're taking paint from underneath now, so be careful of that. Now I think because the sun is coming, we're sort of front lit, need to get a darker yellow, so I'll mix a bit of red with that, so let's just get that on there, so that'd be sort of a shadowy colour there, the light through the middle. Where's that gone? So there's a few strands going up in the air there. Some there. And there's a bit of light going through there. Oh, it's too light. Right, get the light coming back here though now, because that's where the light is going over the trees. Right, let's we'll get some pretty, that's a bit wet there. Clean the brush, give it a dry, I think. I'm almost satisfied with that as a sort of an impressionist sketch of a rapeseed oil rape field. I mean, they're fantastic to see when the light's on them, as you know. Right, let's get that a little bit more in there. Cover some of that up a little bit. Right, I just want to model in there now. Mix a bit of red in with that yellow. Right, now we need to put in some tears that I mentioned earlier. A bit of red and black in here, I think. Right, I'm putting a little bit of detail in the foreground there. Just a bit of it, and it's just a dark colour really, just to show a few stalks or whatever, some weeds. Right, I'll temper that with a few poppies. I'm sitting on a cushion here on my big office chair, and it's just a bit slides off. Poppies come up after 20 years, the seeds lie dormant and get the field ploughed up and they appear as if by magic, but not too many. Just a little bit of foreground. If you don't like these, I can paint them out. Still not happy with that little shape there, so I'm going to change that. That might have dried off just enough. Okay, well that's a painting there. Right, I hope you enjoyed that. So it might be a professional painting or it might not be. But either way, it's good fun to do. Not really happy with that shape. We can change that, of course, quite quickly. Put a little bit of dark green in there. Make sure you clean your brushes, or you keep them nice and moist in the water while you're not using them. Otherwise they will go off and then you've lost your brush. Okay, well that's a modern impressionism, or impressionism. Not sure about all that, it's just an embellishment. Thanks for watching, guys. Enjoy your bank holiday if you're in the UK. But elsewhere, just enjoy yourselves. Have a great weekend. Thanks for looking in. Bye bye.